and welcome back to Dreamworks Dungeons and Dragons. I am your dungeon.
Dreamworks Dungeons! Woo!
Hell yeah. I am your dungeon master, August Schmidt, and with me, as always, are the wonderful members of our party. We have, in no particular order, Hannah playing Elizabeth, Nick playing Bob the Tomato, Marissa as Hunk, Mason as Moses, Megan as Tulio, and we regret that we do not have our wonderful Nana, played by Adrian, but says all as well, just some personal stuff came up, and we love them. As we left off last time, making your way back to the Observatory, after dropping off a ton of meat that you could sell off in market, able to then purchase a full sled with more camels. You took your 4 camels, leaving your sled to get some improvements and modifications back in town with Brecca, and made your way to the Ochre Observatory, where you met Hulad. Hulad is a fire genasi woman who helps run the observatory, and Hulad works with one of her assistants, Dovarith, this elf, who helps in the study of the astronomy and astrology here, both the study of stars and the signs and what they mean. As you spoke with them, they confirmed what you already kind of knew, but also gave you more insight onto that 7 pieces of this sword, or rather, should we say 8, it looked like, of this meteor fell to the earth, one of which, being the closest, was over in Egypt, or in that region of the world. But before too much could be planned, commotion occurred outside as a legion of bandits came and captured your camels. It turns out that the scientists at the observatory, Hulid included, had been strong-armed and bullied for quite some time, where the bandits wanted all the copper plating for their equipment to be able to sell off, and took your guys' camels as a bit of insurance payment. Not wanting to take this lying down, you all went to work helping create landmines and ability to protect the Ochre Observatory when the bandits said they would return on the morrow. But after an unfortunate night, unable to find the bandits' camp, Elizabeth, Moses, and Tulio, after your espionage mission, you came back as it did not work, but were able to get back in time before a point of exhaustion could really take effect, but not a long rest. Bob the Tomato, you have been positioned up on a bit of a parapet at the Ochre Observatory, ready to spell snipe and do what you need to, as the rest of you are getting ready. Now, at this moment, I will direct your attention to our wonderful battle map we have for the evening. Our battle map, as we bring it up here, there we go. At this point, can everyone see the map?
We can.
Excellent. It means we should be live. Everyone can see everything. What you see is a truly impressive display of camels are riding forward. Each of these camels have leather scaled inlay that are kind of giving them the ability to be war creatures as they pull their sleds, as these beings are rushing forward to attack the observatory. Now, I will say I kind of placed these guys a little too close. They would not be here yet. We need to take them back a little bit. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Let's go down a level, back to the main level. As your friends, so to speak, or rather, I shouldn't say friends, the bad guys are riding in on camels, but the dark patch of sand, what you would all know, is actually the approximate 30-foot diagonal upward slope to get up to the observatory. This is difficult terrain. So our camels are just now entering kind of this area right here. As we begin then combat, I would love everyone in the party to roll me initiative if they would be so kind. Alrighty, going off what I see, we have Bob the Tomato with a 6, Elizabeth with a 9, Moses with an 8,
This is not looking good for so far.
what was that, Mason? You were really staticky there.
This is not looking good for us so far.
Not looking great, yeah.
I rolled okay.
Tulio got a 16. Hunk with a
I
10.
rolled well, and the rest of the party now doesn't. I don't like this.
Don't like this, gang. Let's go ahead. We have... I'm going to quickly make an initiative roll for Nana. That's a 15 with nothing added. So Nana got a higher one. Rolling a bunch of stuff behind the screen just for quick stuff. Excellent. I'm sending, of course, our player initiative to the Discord right now so that everyone can see that. Just putting in the campaign dice tray so people can keep track of the initiative as they see fit and desire. What we know is at the top of the order, Tulio will begin, but on the initiative count 20 is when the bandits are going to hit the sand traps, or rather are impressive explosives that have been placed. What's kind of going to happen is this. We need to make, let's see, how many bandits do we got? And I was going to say, you were able to place mines all the way around on these guys. The bandits have to make dexterity saving throws. So we're going to start with, this is going to be a truly massive amount of D20s. We're starting with just the basic people. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's a lot. Let me quickly tally these up. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's already pretty decent for the bandits in their favor. As this...
August?
Yes.
Is this for the damage, or is that their saving throws?
That is their saving throws.
Can I do cutting word on the leader?
On the leader? Go ahead. I'll say this. I'll offer it for free. You're going to make me a perception check to find the leader, if that makes sense. Try to quickly spot them in the morning light as this all goes down.
27.
27. You for sure will catch the leader, kind of middle of the pack in the front there. Good gravy. Alrighty. Oh, but that's the bandits that are driving dexterity. Hold the phone. Tulio, what is your spell save DC?
Spell save? I don't technically have spells as a rogue.
For an explosives, then it's going to be your sleight of hand proficiency +8.
Okay, well, because of expertise and everything, my sleight of hand is +7.
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, not sleight of hand. This is an explosives thing, so it's using your dexterity.
Okay, so dexterity modifier plus proficiency +8.
Correct.
14.
14. Okay, give me a second. 11 of the camels fail the check and are about to be just immediately destroyed. That is 11
I
out
feel
of the...
so bad that it's the camels and not the people, but at the end of the day, it's helpful, so...
It's really... Because the thing is, like, you have the bandits driving, they're the ones, but it's like, it's the camels that you want to topple and take them all out of the game.
Hey,
So,
do you have, like, a mechanic for whether the sleds catch on fire?
oh,
The
they're
explosions?
for sure catching on fire because they are...
Just also making sure they can't then, like, make barricades or bullshit with the... Yeah. Those are burning.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 camels immediately go down. The rest look like injured enough, but definitely able to keep going. I will say, so Nick, you're going to cutting words, which is super helpful. I have yet to roll for what we are calling the leaders. That was just the, like, legions of other bandits right now. That was not even the, like, big players. So let's roll quick for the captains. This is going to be for everyone. The captains all succeed the save. One of them crits. Here we go. So Nick, go ahead and roll your cutting words right now as the bandit lord Kozan is about to make his check. Let's see how much we minus from this.
That's a 5.
That is a great 5. So in total, then he will make this roll and minus 3 as he has a plus 2. Go ahead and roll. That is still a 19 minus 5 plus 2. That is still a 16. Will succeed, unfortunately. As the bandits appear, you see the leader Kozun, who Hulid would have told you. Kozun is and has been the leader of these dunes for quite a many years. He is well feared in this region. As they ride forward, explosions occur in the morning light, as you see many camels immediately are looking rocked in this early dawn. Each of them, though, are able to regain composure and getting ready to start refiling in, as you see Kozan shout something around at his men, and they press forward. Now, Tulio, that brings us back to you. At the top of the order, Tulio, these camels have just started in. What would you like to do, my friend?
Okay, so Bob made that perception check to figure out who's in charge. Did the rest of us, like, is that now party knowledge, or would we all have to make perception checks for that?
I will allow it to be party knowledge, because this was technically before the initiative, on that initiative count 20. I'll allow that to be like, oh yeah, we all now know Bob went after that person with us cutting words.
Awesome. And, how far away from him are we?
Currently...
Just so I know for ranges and, like, what I have the capability to do from where we are.
Here we go. I actually just realized it's important to note Bob might not have been able to cutting words, which I will say Bob gives that back to you. You wouldn't have wasted a bardic. So he is 20, 40... Oh, an exact 60 away from the party. Never mind. So he is 60 feet away.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep.
60 feet. That's with. Is that within? Yeah. And then other question: am I like hidden, or do I need a bonus action to do that?
You will have to bonus action hide if you want to be hidden right now.
Okay, I will roll a stealth check real fast to try and get sneak attack with my short bow.
Go for it.
Oh, that was so close to being something good. So that's a 13 stealth.
A 13 stealth. You may be hidden from some of the bandits. You don't know if you're hidden from all of them.
Okay. So that will be a flat roll if I target the guy in charge.
Correct, and I will let you know. Actually, I re-looked up, messed that up. You are hidden from all of them.
Oh, so it is an advantage roll.
Yes, you will have advantage.
Awesome, that gives me sneak attack. If I hit. I rolled a 2 and a 5 on the dice, so that's a 10.
Oh.
10 does not hit, unfortunately.
A 2 and a 5, guys. That's just unfair.
You go for your sneak attack, and as the morning light grows, dagger flies off and does not hit as it whizzes past camels, boom, 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 thundering onward as fast as they can through the desert. Any movement you want to take before your turn is over?
Are we still, like, at... Like, we haven't moved away from the observatory, right? Yet? Because I'm picturing, like... When I took that hide action, I pictured, like, ducking into, like, behind, like, a pillar into an alcove on, like, the front of the building type thing. So I want to, like, stay in, like, the shadow of the building or whatever. I don't want to, like, move out from cover.
For sure.
Unless we're already, like, out. Yeah, like, the building's right there.
I'd say for sure. Yeah, the building's right there. Tulio, it's like a little, like 10 feet. Well, excuse me, difficult terrain because in front of it is the sand. You know, about 15 feet of movement, duck behind this low wall that exists. For sure, I'd allow.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Yep, I think that's perfect. You take that turn, whizzing off a dagger. That is going to bring us to the bandits' turn in initiative. As the bandits go, I have to start with their movement. Gosh, that is a lot of bandits. The bandits will press forward. They have their armored camels. So each of the bandits move 30, 60. These guys cannot move as far, though, because of the sand. These guys would spread out a little, finishing their movement. As the bandits have all started climbing up. As you do so, you hear Hulid shout from inside the observatory, "They're coming from the east and west!" And indeed, as you look from the west point, more bandits have emerged, coming up from that way. And from the east, they have hit the sand wall and are climbing as well. As the bandits take their turn, you see that there are a bunch of bandits are inside the camel sleds that are going to shoot their arrows at you all. Everyone will be able to be hit except for Tulio, just because you just ducked behind the wall. So that's 2 attacks for everyone that I'm just going to make rolls on real quick. That is at best a 7 and a 5. They did have disadvantage with this, so all of you feel arrows start clattering into the sand and whizzing. Moses and Elizabeth raising different shields and staffs, like as arrows ping in, they have begun their volley. That makes the bandits' turn. Nana is going to turn to you all, and you see Nana just kind of goes, I will get the carts on the east side, and just starts booking it over there. Full dash action as fast as she can. Man, you
I can
guys...
see her playing it exactly like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will say, crazy initiative, because indeed the captains of each of these groups will go next. The captains will go 30, or excuse me, then 40, half, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. The bandit captain, you see, he kind of gestures toward his servant, yeah, and the rider drives hard up the hill. The bandit captain is going to jump out of the cart. Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Using full movement, running as fast as they can up this slope. And is going to attack you, Hunk, as quickly as they can. 2 scimitar attacks come out. And that is only an 11 and a 10 to hit. That will miss. Bandit Captain tries their best, misses. The Bandit Captain on this side is going to start their approach. The Bandit Captain on the east and west have begun their approach, though getting stopped at the stone walls, or the sandy slopes. That makes through the bandit's turn. That will make Hunk... That is your turn now, my friend.
Can I use my yellow bear for the that guy right next to me that just arrived?
You definitely can. Just note you will have disadvantage because he's within 5 feet. He's within, like, close combat melee range. Just because your Bayard is that nice long-range weapon.
Okay, maybe battle axe then. And then if it hits the... Oh, yeah. Okay, so battle axe.
Gotcha. So,
Can I do that without...
Yeah, oh yeah, battle axe is totally fine. It's just the Bayard is the long range, and so since he just rushed up to you, it's just disadvantage because it's like, he's here.
Okay, I'm going to try and use my battle axe.
Go for it.
Okay, so I'm going to roll. Oh, shit. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit the bandit captain, unfortunately.
Well, then, poopity poop. That's okay. I'll hit it next.
No.
I feel like I swung at him and was like, because he scared me.
Just kind of, where'd you come from? Hell yeah. Hunk, you engage with this captain here, who is ready for a fight. That makes Elizabeth. That is your turn there, my friend.
I think I just learned. Did you say my name?
Yes, Elizabeth, that's your turn.
Oh, sorry. I totally blanked. So I cannot exactly tell where I am. I think... Oh, I see myself.
Yeah, I'll ping real quick. You are the pink character with the ping.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go help out Hunk.
Gotcha.
So it should be like 25 feet in movement, I think.
It is difficult terrain. So it's
I don't...
1
second. My party doesn't recognize difficult terrain, but I think that might just be in traveling.
I think it is in traveling. Unfortunately, in combat, it's that harder, like... Because this is like shifting 45-degree slope of sand right now.
Right. I'm just double... I believe you. I'm double-checking to make sure I said it right, because... Oh,
for sure. Yeah, we should confirm this.
Oh, I ignore non-magical difficult terrain.
Oh, yeah, personally. Yep. So you are totally fine.
I'm a mercenary.
you have enough movement then to completely get up and flank the creature with Hunk.
Sweet. So that means I have an advantage, right, when I go to hit him?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use my great sword. I'm going to roll to hit.
Go for it.
So the first one is a 21.
21 will hit.
Okay. So I'm going to roll for damage. That's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. This bandit captain, you swing great sword in, catch him off guard, and slice down against the forearm as drops of blood splatter into the sand, and he looks hurt.
Sweet. And I don't get another one, right? I just get one attack per turn.
Yep, only one attack at level 4.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, for sure. Good stuff, though, as Elizabeth, excellent turn, moving, getting around. Would you like to bonus action rage? I'll allow it to be retroactive to give you 2 extra points of damage.
Oh, I was going to, yes, thank you. Yes, 2 extra points of damage, that brings it to 10. I thought about that after I had attacked, and I did not know if you would let me, so I wasn't going to ask.
Nope, I'm totally fine, as long as it's not, like, multiple rounds after, or even, like, multiple turns. It's not like, oh, for sure, like, it's just a bonus action, you forgot.
Perfect.
Elizabeth, you rage coming, and this dude is already looking pretty hurt, slamming down on in. And speaking of raging, Moses, that is your turn there, my friend.
Oh, and August, just as a reminder, if he goes to go hit Hunk, he has disadvantage.
Yes. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, and start off my turn. I would like to rage.
Ah, interesting. What gave you that idea?
Yeah. Oh, it's not like the right thing to do.
Yeah, I feel it. So you're raging, so what do you want to do next there, Moses?
Alright, I go over to the bandit captain and smack him with the staff of the prophets.
Excellent. Kind of rush up and in. Movement on this difficult terrain, exactly getting you in range. Go ahead and roll to hit.
You shall be smitten!
Smite.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alrighty. That's 6 points of damage.
Excellent. 6 points of damage. Plus 2 with your rage.
Yep.
The bandit captain takes 8 points damage. Is really starting to look hurt.
And yes, that's movement, bonus action, yeah. That's me for Moses.
Excellent. Moses, you rush in, slam down on this bandit captain who is now kind of pinned. There's 3 different creatures on him, and is not looking happy, gang. With that will bring us, though, after Moses' turn, to Kozun. Kozun is going to ride up, just a little bit of movement in his cart. And as you are looking, you watch as he pulls out a intricate gold whistle from underneath his shirt, and with a tweet high blast whistle, you all hear rumbling is coming from everywhere. Though all of you can notice this is not the same rumbling that you heard before. Appearing from all over, there's 2 over here, 4, so that's 4 here, a couple over here, and 2 others. All of you watch as, coming out of the sand, burrowing their way, jagged canine-esque beasts burst out of the sand as if swimming through and begin ripping and tearing up towards the observatory. All of you hear that Huled kind of shouts out, just, those are sandhounds! Don't fool! They're not actual canines! They're reptiles! They'll rip you to shreds! As indeed, the eyes of these dog-like creatures are slitted reptilian that blink sideways, and even the hair, what you thought was more that hair, is actually sleeked pointed scale matted down to form this pale sheen fur-looking effect on these beasts. As the canines appear, though, that is their turn to emerge as Kozan summons them, or rather, calls them to their side. As Kozan does so, that will make Bob the Tomato's turn up there on the parapet.
Okay. Where is the leader that I think works before?
It's right there.
Is he the middle one in the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, middle in the top right now.
Can I cast Crown of Madness on him?
Oh, hell yes you can, my friend. That is super cool. Go ahead. You cast Crown of Madness. What's the spell save DC?
Let's see here. 15.
15. Well then, he's going to make the wisdom saving throw. He only adds 2 to this.
It's not very wise.
There we go. Oh no. That is an 11 total. He fails Crown of Madness. What does it look like, Bob, when Crown of Madness goes off on him?
So it says, let's see, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on his head, and a madness glows in his eyes. And before moving on every turn, he has to make a melee attack on someone that I choose.
Heck yeah.
So is he... Does that take place this turn, or does that take place next turn?
That will
it's
on subsequent turns. So on your next turn, you can use your action to control him, if that makes sense.
Well, and it's on his turn, right?
Yes, on his turn, it takes your action. So it's a little confusing of if you control him on his turn, you don't get an action on yours, but it's that effect.
Perfect. I like it. I feel that this was a successful turn. Can I do one more thing? Let's see. Can I give... Is Nana all alone running off over there?
Yeah, Nana so far is the only one heading over to the eastern point with all of those guys.
Okay, yeah. In that case, I'll give Nana Bardic Inspiration.
You throw out a Bardic. Nana just kind of goes, yeah, and just keeps running in that appreciative tone. Heck yeah, that is excellent stuff there, Bob. Crown of Madness on Kozun. Good stuff. Well done. Excellent turn there, Bob. The tomato. That will bring us back to the top of the order with Tulio. That is your turn, my friend.
Excellent. So Donna's dealing with people on the east side. I think I'm closest to the west side right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, and I know there are a couple levels to this place because I think you said Bob went up a level. So can I also go up a level, but on the west side?
It will probably have to take your movement and dash to get up a level, but you can.
Yeah, so Rogue can bonus action dash.
Yeah, for sure. It's just making sure you understood that it would cost it. You rush up to this top level there. In and around, and so you are on a top level above the west point as a fresh bandit captain and these 4 carts and the dogs are all rushing at you.
Oh, I would like to shoot at the east or west side's bandit captain.
West side's bandit captain, go for it.
That was so... I hate watching the animation.
Yeah, imagine if it was real dice.
I would feel better about real dice, because then I would feel like I have some measure of control over my life.
Well, now, to be fair, science has shown us you actually don't feel better, because we've all watched it in real life, and it somehow feels worse then, too. But, Tulio, you knock the arrow, and again, shoot in. At this point, though, the bandit captain, ready for these attacks, whips out his scimitar and knocks the arrow out of the sky before it can hit him as this western charge approaches. Tulio, that is your turn, which will bring us to the bandits as a whole once more. The bandits are going to move up. These guys can't move up directly because of the sand slope. These guys can. Heading back to the north point. All of these guys are charging up and in, bringing them all the way. The east point is going to charge. That's these guys is going to go 5, 10. All of you watch as the bandits close in on all sides, and you see that there's in each cart about 2 bandits with their scimitars and short bows. They all pull out their bows, dip them into some goopy liquid at their feet, and point their arrows into these small little torches they have as arrows alight at every single point. And you hear Kozun shout out to his forces, "Burn it to the ground! We'll recover the goods after the embers have died down," and kind of barks laughing. That is going to be a ton of attacks at the observatory. So that's 8, 16, 24, 26. 26 attacks are going towards the conservatory. They just need to hit the Sandstone's AC of 12, and they add currently 3 to this. That's a lot of hits. So I'm just going to count the misses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, okay, nope. Majority missed. On 16 misses, that is only 10 hits. So it's going to be 10d8 fire damage towards the Ochre Observatory. The Ochre Observatory takes 52 points of fire damage as burning oil-laden arrows hit into the observatory, cracking through windows. Each of the students inside that are here immediately are screaming. You see Hulad, "We'll try to put out the fire, but a couple more attacks like that and this place is going to go up." As there is a burning point that if enough fire damage is taken to the observatory, it will alight in flame, for everyone's information. That is the bandit's turn. Nana's going to take her turn. 5, 10, 15, 20. She is just full dashing again just to get herself up next to the camels here. And you see she's getting ready to try to take down one of these carts. That brings us to the bandit captains. The first bandit captain that's here is going to have to attack Elizabeth, just not to have disadvantage. Is going to make 2 swings with the scimitar, and that is a 24 and 11 to hit, so only the 24 hits. And will deal you 8 half to 4 points of damage, Elizabeth. As the captain swings at you, kind of colliding, the other captains, one of these captains, Tulio, sees you, sheathes his scimitar, and is going to pull out a bit of a longbow he's got. Is going to roll to hit and does a 13 hit, Tulio.
Let me check really quickly. A 13 does not hit.
13 doesn't hit. Excellently done. You are completely fine over here. As we move over to the eastern point, this bandit captain takes his arrow, dips it in oil, is going to take 2 attacks at the... Oh, excuse me. Nope, it's with a 1. Still a 23 to hit. The Ochre Observatory takes a fair bit of fire damage and is now starting to look smoldery. As the captains take their turn, that brings us back to Hunk's turn. Hunk, we are up here. You've got the bandit captain at you. Go ahead. What would you like to do for your turn?
Am I too close to use my Bayard?
Still too close to use the Bayard.
Can I try my battle axe again?
Go for it.
Will a dirty 20 hit?
A dirty 20 will hit.
Okay. And then you said, how do I do divine smite? I just that button.
Let's go under attack.
Well, isn't that one the divine smite versus the regular underneath
No,
it?
that's if it's 1 or 2-handed.
Oh, is it 1 or 2 handed?
So the 2-handed one will be a D10. 1-handed will be an 8.
What is the difference in like?
Well, you could potentially deal 8 damage as opposed to just 8.
Okay. But,
Yeah.
okay. And then how do I do divine
9
smite?
points of damage.
Okay. So can I do a spell slash do 2d8 extra for divine smite?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Right? Okay. How do I do so? Spell slot. 2d8. Oh,
13 with Divine Smite.
13 extra.
13 extra. A combined total of 22 points of damage to this bandit captain. He is immediately looking horribly, horribly bloodied as you slash down and just lop off an arm, falls to the ground, and you see the captain kind of roars in pain. And it looks like he doesn't want to be there anymore, gang.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Elizabeth, that will make your turn there, my friend.
Well, we'll just still attack the guy next to me. Me and my friend. Mostly me.
Yeah.
So... Right. So the 19 to hit?
A 19 will hit.
Perfect. So, that's 13 points of damage plus 2 more is 15.
15 points of damage. The bandit captain looks on death's door as Elizabeth Hunk takes his battle axe and lops off an arm, and you just follow suit, duck, roll up, and bring your greatsword up. Bandit captain is now disarmed.
But
Excellent stuff, and that brings Moses back in our trio here. Moses, what are you doing here, buddy?
I'm going to reckless attack against the bandit captain.
Go for it.
First one, that's a 21 to hit.
First one will hit.
And then, yeah, no, that's 11 on the second one, so I'll take the 21.
Keep the 21 for sure.
That will be 3 points of damage, but then For the radiant damage,
Oh, good. This is the first. I was like, there's no way that's 3.
5 with for the Twine Fury.
And you are raging, correct?
Yes.
So that will make 8 plus 2 for a combined total of 10. Moses.
How's he looking?
I was about to say, with the exact 10 needed, how do you want to take out this bandit captain?
It's right after Hunk and Elizabeth have done their stuff. I just walk right up, spin the staff over my head, and crack him right across the face.
Wha! As crack hits the skull, body turns, falls, and is down. Excellently done. Excellent. That is the first bandit captain is lying there, looking rather bloodied and dead. Excellent stuff, Moses. Hunk and Elizabeth taking out the first captain. As you take down the bandit captain, I now get to make a morale check for his group. Love morale check, so here we go. We are rolling. It's kind of just a D20 right now. But that is a 15. Will succeed. None of the other bandits look dissuade. More or less, you see the 3 of you right here, Hunk, Elizabeth, and Moses. The rest of the bandits here all look peeved that you just kind of killed their captain and might attack you now.
Hey, August.
Yeah.
Can I use my movement and or bonus action to try and get up on one of the carts?
For sure. Let's see here. You have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will say it will cost your bonus action, and you're going to have to make me either an athletics or acrobatics check of DC 15 to close the distance, like leap and like swing yourself onto this cart as it drives up.
That is 17.
Moses barely getting it, and you are able to kind of use your staff and pole vault yourself the rest of the way and land directly in the fallen bandit captain's cart. Or sled, excuse me. It's a cart, let's be real. It's still got walls. Moses, you are in this cart. Excellently done. That brings us to Kozun's turn, who is still Crown of Madness. Bob, what would you like him to do?
Could I have him...
Attack his own people, and then they have sparked a rebellion.
Well, that's the idea behind it.
Oh, okay.
Can I have him... Can I make him drive up? I can't remember, like, if I can just tell him who to attack or where to move or what.
Right now, it's you maintain concentration. He will make melee attacks against creatures other than itself if you can choose. It's only if there's nothing to attack he can act normally. So his cart driver, I should say, is going to drive him 30, 40 up into kind of this melee combat. Kind of get up here. But you can have Kozun attack his driver right now.
Okay, yeah, I'll have him attack his driver.
Excellent. He will make 3 melee attacks. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That is a 19, a 9, and a 14. So that is 2 hits against the driver. The driver will then take a combined total of 12, then 11 for 23 points of damage and immediately die. You see Kozun just kind of like raises the sword as this smoky crown of darkness is jutting above his head, and just take his sword and with one blow decapitate his own driver, who falls immediately dead. Because that did all his damage and then some. Gone.
With that, I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
The morale checks, do they make those continually, or do they just make those when we kill the captain once?
I will kind of tell you guys kind of some of the mechanics. Morale checks will happen At the top of each round, if 50% or less of the bandits are remaining, they automatically have to make one if a captain, or in this case a lord present, is felled in battle, or if specific subsets, if a critical hit hits any of them or near them, they will have to make morale checks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, good question. You take that. Kozun takes his turn. Foles lops off the head. Kozun will make a wisdom save then at the end of his turn to try to break out. Oh, that is only a 7 for a total of 9. A still crowned of madness.
Perfect.
Kozun cannot take his turn. Unfortunately, that will bring us to the Sandhounds. Now, the Sandhounds are terrifyingly fast, especially in the sand. That gives them 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 2 of them are going to attack Elizabeth. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 2 of them are going to attack Hunk. 2 of them are going to dash up, and Tulio, from your vantage point, 2 of these Sandhounds immediately reach the wall and start climbing up, and you can see these very reptilian claws, and Gecko, like, as arm over hand, just start squirming their way up the wall to you, but they did have to dash to do that. The other 2 are going to go and attack Nana over there. So, 2 attacks coming at Nana, Hunk, and Elizabeth. That is going to be a 22 to hit Hunk and a 4, so that will miss. So, Hunk, you take 1 hit. Elizabeth, that is 17 and 9, so a 20 to hit and a 12, so 1 hit. And Nana's going to take 2 attacks, 21 and 13. So each of you will take just 1 hit, and you will take 3 points of piercing damage and a further 4 points of poison damage for 7 altogether. I will say, Elizabeth, you take 3 halved to 1 plus the 4, so 5 points only for you because of that rage. Hunk, you will take the full 7. Nana takes the full 7. As these dogs bite in and rip, that is their turn. That brings us back to Bob the Tomato. Now, Bob, it was your action to control Kozun, but do you have any movement or bonus action you want to do?
Yes. Is anyone hurt really bad right now?
Not yet. In fact, the only real thing that's hurt is the observatory.
Okay. Well, I can't really heal the observatory.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give... Who's up next in the initiative?
After you, it goes right back to Tulio.
Okay, I will give Tulio Bardic Inspiration then.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Tulio and Nana have Bardic, because Nana had to use an action just to dash over, so we got 2 members of the party with Bardics. Cranamas still up. Excellent stuff, Bob the Tomato. That will bring us back to Tulio's turn. Tulio, the Sandhounds have met the wall and are starting to climb. The bandit captain is drawing about you as the carts over here attack. What would you like to do? You are
So,
muted. There you go.
Yeah, sorry. So, you said we, like, saw when the bandits were getting ready to light their arrows on fire, we, like, saw them dip the tips into, like, these, like, jars of oil or whatever, right?
Yeah.
If I could, like, shoot a flaming arrow and hit one of those pots, do I think it would cause an explosion that would do some damage?
Either an explosion or it would make a big bonfire on a cart right now.
Yeah. Cool. So can I try and light an arrow on fire and do that?
For sure. You want to lighten...
First, I would like to make a bonus action hide check.
Go for it. Yeah, make your stealth check.
Oh, that's a 24.
24. You are completely hidden from everyone in this initiative right now.
Cool. So I'm going to go for the vat of oil closest to the leader on this west side here.
I have to ask, do you have anything to light your arrow on fire right now?
I've got all the normal stuff in my pack, which I think, like, includes flint and stuff. And if not, I was hoping, like, because I was helping with, like, money making the bombs and everything, I might still have some incendiary stuff from all of that crap. Yeah, I've got a tinderbox here in my gear.
You do have a tinderbox. Okay, so I will allow then object interaction, just a quick light on the arrow. Go ahead then, you may make your attack. If you didn't have one, it would have been a necessary perception or investigation to find something before it would light, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I just had to flip some pages on my character sheet to confirm.
Gotcha.
Is a 21 hit?
A 21 will hit the vat. And you said at the captain's sled?
Yes. And I don't know if sneak attack will factor into this at all, but...
Sneak attack will factor in because you need to hit a damage threshold to ignite the vat of oil that they all have.
Okay. So, should I roll my normal damage and then?
Yes, roll normal damage and then your sneak attack.
Okay. I think that's a total of 12 damage.
12 damage will beat the damage threshold of 10. You boom as fire ignites a big old spout middle of the cart, and will deal a little bit of damage to both captain and driver as boom, this cart immediately is on fire. Excellent turn, Tulio. That
Okay,
will
so that
make...
was bonus action and action. I technically have movement, but I don't know if there's really anything up here I could get more cover behind, so I may as well just stay, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unless I'm worried about, like, getting eaten by these hounds on my next turn, if I think you can climb up a building.
I'll let you know, they're gonna reach you on your turn no matter what. They are fast reptiles. It's like, that's enough of, like, you watch them cross, and...
In that case, I will actually take a step or two back just to make sure they can't come around and, like, push me off the edge type thing. Like, I don't want to be between them and the edge when they get up here.
For sure. Yeah, because you watch these creatures ignore the difficult terrain of the slope and just dive all the way up and even start climbing the walls. And so it's that, like, oh yeah, let's back up. That brings us back to the bandits' turn as a whole. We're going to start the bandits. One of the bandits is not going to drive Moses and is instead going to attack you. Pulls out a quick scimitar, slashes for a 20 to hit, which I believe will hit your AC. And only deal you 7 half to 3 points of damage, Moses.
Okay.
As that bandit takes turn, the other 4 on each side of these bandits are going to... Actually, nope, the drivers have reached their position. They're all archers now. Hunk and Elizabeth, you are about to take 6 different bows at you. They're shooting at you. Nana is not enough of a threat yet because no one's taking care of that captain. So the east side is going to attack the observatory. The west side is going to attack the observatory So let's start with Hunk and Elizabeth. The attack's coming at you. Here we go, Hunk. I'm just gonna, 22, 21, 4, 10, 20, 15. That is 3 hits, Hunk. Elizabeth, you will take, let's see, here we go. 12, 10, 16, 16, 7, 8. So only 2 hits, Elizabeth, and 3 hits, Hunk. Hunk, you will take 16 points of piercing damage as these guys just start pepperboxing you with arrows. Elizabeth, you will take a combined total of 6, half to 3, with that rage going on of piercing of your own. The remaining carts are all now going to attack, so that is 29 archers are going to attack the observatory. Once again, I just need to figure out what missed. So that is going to be out of the 29 that rolled, 16 missed. So that is only 15 that will hit. So that is the fire damage. So it's 15d8. The observatory takes 84 points of fire damage and looks horribly smoky. You see, Halder kind of calls out, no one really needs just one more hit like that and we're up in flames. As indeed, if anything that big again, that's going to ignite the entire building. And I will say, the students inside are like putting out fires as quickly as they can. This is just a large fire threshold for the building as a construct. The bandits take their big turn. Nana is going to do some shenanery, is going to... that's too many.
Hey, August, real quick.
Yes.
When the bandit attacked me, would that count as him entering my reach?
Unfortunately, no, because he was already there. He just kind of turned and attacked you.
Yeah. We're going to sneak by on the technicality, but okay.
Yeah. Technically, if you had gone towards like the back of the cart, it might have helped, but these sleds aren't like built for a lot of people like your guys's. These are like battle sleds for just 1, 2, maybe 3, as you can see.
Yep.
Nana is going to go... is going to do this. Is going to take that bardic. It's going to go 5, 10, 15... is going to try and attack the band captain, and will hit on a 17, and just starts wailing on this captain, just to try to get him off of this cart and to take out a leader on this side. The bandit captains, wow, there's a lot of NPCs in this portion of the initiative. The bandit captains are going to take their turn. One's attacking Nana. The other one is going to try attack you, Tulio, but you now have disadvantage and 3/4 cover from backing away. The bandit captain will make his attacks disadvantage. Plus, Tulio, your AC will bump by 3. So the lower of all those attacks, or the highest was a 16, which won't hit your AC currently.
Nice.
2 arrows. They get dangerously close, but you realize it's that like if you hadn't backed up, he would have just been shooting you in the eyes right now. The bandit captain on this side is going to take some swings at Nana. We'll resolve that later. that will bring us back to Hunk's turn.
Are you still?
I like losing dogs.
Okay, so I need to kick some butt. Okay, Bella. Oh, that's not gonna work. 14?
A 14 will hit one of the dogs here.
Ooh. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm going to do it two-handed. Am I allowed to reroll that?
I'll allow it.
Okay, sorry. I pushed the wrong one because it's bright white instead of the other one.
You're totally fine.
Okay, 13.
13. The first dog next to you immediately looks bloodied.
Ooh. It's like I don't like it when they're attacking me.
Excellent stuff. Hunk taking swings at the sandhounds. Elizabeth, that is your turn.
Alright, I'm muting. How far am I from helping Nana
Right.
or Tulio?
Tulio went all the way back inside. So unfortunately, because Tulio already had walked in, Tulio's about a movement, a dash, and then another movement away from you. Nana isn't too far. The key is, though, you would have to disengage or risk the sandhounds getting some attacks on you if you were to charge over to help Nana. But you could probably dash over, because let's see, 5. Oh, actually, even with your non-difficult terrain, it would still take 2 rounds to get there.
Dang. Okay. Can you go back to the move it so I can see where the leader is?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question about Crown of Madness. If I attack him, does he have the option to?
No.
No. Like, would he have to make another saving throw?
No.
Saving throws are only at the end of its turns.
Okay. Disengage is a full action, though, correct?
It is.
Okay. Okay. I want to disengage from the stupid little reptilian things.
Okay.
Man, those things are mean. And then I want to move towards the leader. I just want to go my full movement without any... Well, I can't dash. So
Yeah.
it's 30... That's 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm going to start heading over there, and I'm going to attack him on my next turn.
Yep. You disengage and just start booking it down the sand as fast as you can, Elizabeth. Moses, that is your turn on the cart here, my friend.
Alright, sweet. I am going to use my bonus action Polar Master attack to try and shove the driver off.
Excellent stuff. What's the opposing save?
It's not really an opposing save, it's just a bonus attack. So my idea is just like whack him with the staff or trip him up with it to get him to fall.
I see what you're saying. Here's what will happen then. You can use it as a bonus attack, but if to trip him and try to get him off is a shove attack, and that would have to be the action part of it. But you could action shove him and then still have a bonus action to attack or do other stuff.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
Awesome. Go ahead. We're gonna make opposed strength checks. Bandit's gonna make his. And I'll let you know it's adding nothing to this.
Oh.
That is a 3. Yikes. Here we go. No way.
If you roll a 3,
That was a natural 1 on my end.
oh,
I realize it only rolled personally. I apologize. I forgot to click roll for everyone. You, Moses, on 2 nat 1s, but you just have the naturally better. You go to shove him and just and slam, and your staff goes straight into the posterior of one of these camels. You watch as the bandit immediately just starts laughing his head off as hard as he can, and doesn't watch as then the camel, who is now thoroughly enraged at having a staff up its camel butt, whack, hits him back off, and this dude tumbles into the sand out of the cart.
That is the best flavoring I've ever heard, dear.
2 nat 1s. Excellent stuff, Moses.
Yeah, object interaction. I'm going to pull the staff out nice and gentle.
A little popping sound there.
And then for my movement, I'm going to take like a hard right over to where Tulio is.
Excellent. Moses, go ahead. Yep, this will just be an animal handling check.
Sweet. And yeah, it's also trying to kind of ram or trip up the other 2 cars.
Gotcha. Like, you might take some damage, but it's like, can I shove out of the way and try to just push?
See? Oh, 19 for animal handling.
Excellent stuff. Moses, you are able to for sure get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 kind of move, and just start that like natural like let's rush over. Does enough just slight bludgeoning damage to both carts, but nothing that can really get it. The driver you just pushed out will get a attack of opportunity at disadvantage because he wasn't in the cart.
Okay.
And lower of the 2 was a 9, was never going to hit anyway. You position the cart, Moses, and on your next turn, we'll be able to just start riding as hard as you can over to the west of the observatory.
Sweet.
That will make Kozun's turn. Kozun will start his turn. As there is no creature within melee range for him, he can take his action normal, or take his turn normally.
Can I tell him that he needs to attack a camel?
Unfortunately, the camels aren't within his melee opportunity range.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I meant by it's like, yes, camels are there, but even at that, he'd have to move closer to attack the camels.
Yeah, fair enough.
So.
Although, wouldn't he have to move closer in order to get control of the camels?
Here we go.
No.
Kozun is going to kind of look up, kind of blink. Here we go. He is going to use a leadership special command. Oh, no. He has to do that as a reaction. Dang, yeah, Crown of Madness really messed him up. He is going to leap out of the cart as he kind of blinks, just witchcraft, and kind of like and slams himself into the dirt and rushes up to try to engage with Elizabeth on the sand. He's going to make 3 attacks then at you, Elizabeth. 1, 2, 3. That is a 17 to hit and 2 22s. That is going to be 3 hits for 9, 10, and 13. 23 plus 9 is going to be 32, half to 16 points of damage as Elizabeth. Kozun draws this beautiful greatsword inlaid with gold and rubies and looks at you and just says, "You will die for interfering with our conquest." And just choom, 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 3 attacks, and Elizabeth, you immediately feel hot, wet blood on your arms and just right of your neck as he has engaged and is indeed a proficient swordmaster. That is Kozun's turn. which will make the Sand Hounds. Hunk, unfortunately for you, there is no Elizabeth here, so 4 big old reptile dogs are coming at you. And Tulio, these hounds are going to leap in and close with you up in here. So, Hunk, we're going to start with the attacks on you. There's 4 of them, which will... they have pack tactics. Yep. So, these are with advantage. So, 1 is a 13. 2, highest is a 9. Highest is a 14. There we go. One of them is a natural 20, but the others completely miss, which is wild, Hunk. Tulio, 2 dogs are coming at you. They don't have enough for a pack yet. So each are going to attack you for 18 and 15, which I believe both hit.
Unfortunately, yes, those both hit. I would like to use loaded dice on one of them. I think you can only do it like once per round.
For sure. Loaded dice, go ahead, roll that real quick. You can roll because it will probably get rid of the 18, if not for sure the 15 that hit.
Well, they're both still hit. It's just subtracted from the damage.
Oh, right. Excuse me. Sorry, I messed that up. Here we go. Hounds. Hunk, a critical hit will hit you for 10 piercing damage. Tulio, you will minus this by 2, so you will take 8, making it 6 points of damage to you, Tulio. As these lizard hounds leap in through the window, gnashing their reptilian fangs, and just start biting both you and Hunk over and over. Sandhounds have their turn. That makes Bob the tomato.
Okay, so I have my action this time, right?
You do. You just can't really cast another spell, otherwise concentration will drop on Kozun.
Is it I can't cast another spell, or I can't cast another concentration spell?
You can't cast another spell.
I think it would break your concentration.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I've played where I could cast multiple spells with the concentration going on. Did I always play it wrong?
I possibly, because concentration spells are, I'm triple checking just to be sure. Basically, yes, a spell must be maintained with concentration depending on the things. Basically, if you cast another... Oh, excuse me. No, it's only if the other spell you're casting requires concentration. Never mind.
That's right. Okay. In that case, can I cast... I'll cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on Hunk.
Gotcha. Get Hunk some hit points back. I like it.
Oh, that's not very good. That's 9 hit points.
Hunk, you heal for 9 hit points, bring you back to almost half.
And with my action, actually, I'm going to... Can I use most of this Bardic Inspiration and just use my action to do that?
Cure Wounds, unfortunately, has to be a bonus action. No, Cure Wounds is an action. So yeah, no, you're good. Cure Wounds... Oh, here's the problem. Cure Wounds is a touch range. You would have to get down there and touch Hunk to cure.
That's right. Let me see here. Oh, Healing Word is the one that I meant to cast. Okay, so it'll only be 7, but better than that.
So 7. So Hunk, you're not as healed as before. You're only 2 points less.
But that is a bonus action. Can I use my action to give out Bardic Inspiration? I can't remember.
Unfortunately, Bardics have to be a bonus action. Hunk, you didn't heal for another 7. you only healed for 7 from your previous. So by my estimate, Hunk, you actually should be at 18 hit points right now.
What? I'm only thinking I thought the 3 and the 10.
I'll double check real quick. Here we go.
I might have missed some of that.
You're good. I'm just checking. Hunk, you took 7 points of damage from the initial biting, and then you took 16 points of damage later on, and then 10 further from this last critical. So 26 and 7. So you should have taken 33 points of damage, and you just healed for 7. So you should be at 18.
Okay.
Okay. I will hold my action in case I see something that needs done later. But let's see. Essentially, if I see them advance any closer to the tower, then I will go down and try and attack them.
Gotcha. For sure. And just letting you know, Bob, by doing so, if that happens, you won't be able to control Kozion on your turn then. Or you won't be able to control Kozion, because it's not like you can hold an action that's free to like call, but it's if that happens, suddenly you can't control him because your action was taken, so to speak.
That's true.
I just wouldn't do anything if I were you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just not do anything.
For sure. I like it. Bob, that will finish up your turn and bring us to Tulio's turn.
Okay. I am trying increasingly desperate tactics to try and get, like, a sneak attack off, being all on my limbs over here. So tell me if this, like, proof of concept would even work if I attempted it. Could I, like, hold out my hands and be like, nice doggy snake thingies, and then, like, bonus action sleight of hand to, like, pull a dagger out of my sleeve? Would that give me surprise? If I, like, sleight of handed cunning action?
I like the tenacity. I think it's still mechanically going to come down to a bonus action hide to get the stealth for sneak attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but it's like flavored that way, but I'm like, by the time
flavor.
It boils down to it, it's basically still the hide.
Yeah, I will roll a quick stealth. That will not work.
These dogs look ready to find you.
Great. I think I still have a bardic from Bob, right?
Yes, you do.
And that's a D6.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to announce that now if I'm going to use it in my attack roll?
In your attack roll? Oh, you mean
I'm
to
still
attack?
Attack even though I don't get sneak attack.
I thought you were adding the bardic to your sneak.
Well, I'm trying to remember the rules of, like, do you have to add a bardic before you roll? But, like, does that make sense? Before you know what you're going to roll?
No, bardics can be added before or after, but only until the DM rules that it's, like, done, if that makes sense.
Okay, so I could add it to the 8th.
Yep.
Odds are, though, because I don't know how perceptive these dogs are, and it's only a D6, like, I don't know how much difference it'll make, so I might just save it for the attack roll.
Okay, no worries. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay, this will be with a dagger because they're close to me. Yeah, that's bad, so I'm going to add the bardic real fast. Yeah. So, what, a 9 to hit?
9 to hit. Only because it kind of hurts to see. Tulio, if you had used a bardic, even the one bardic, you could have stealth, but in this moment you choose just to go to attack. And ting! You clank off the teeth and realize how close you would have been. Very metagaming mechanically. Wow, you could have gotten the sneak attack off, but instead...
I didn't know that.
Well, exactly. I'm not supposed to tell you. It was just that, like, because it was exactly the same, it works in that, like, you have that split second, oh no, And then the dogs just start barking again and close in. Tulio, as you are here with these two hounds, that will make the bandits as a whole. The bandits on east and west are going to try to attack at the observatory once more. Whereas the ones up here are going to turn. 6 of them are going to shoot at Elizabeth because you are attacking the leader. And actually, we're going to move down because, yeah, a couple of them are going to jump off and start giving flank. These 2 are going to attack. These 2 are going to shoot. Moses, a couple of them are going to jump into your cart. This guy's going to end up here. And the other 3 are going to shoot you, as the others are going to instead take their turns and try to just ram into you. So here we go. One's going to pull up alongside. One's going to pull up alongside. So we're going to go kind of left to right. Moses, there's 4 arrows coming at you.
Okay.
That is 21, 6, 16, 18. So 2 hits.
Hit.
Which will deal a combined total of 11 half to 5 points of damage for you, Moses. The bandit that jumps in is going to try to attack you just straight with a scimitar.
Okay.
That is a 6 to hit, will not hit.
Okay, and I'll take my opportunity attack. Sim?
Yep.
For a 23.
23 will for sure hit.
Alright, I'll roll that damage. For a total of 11.
11 points of damage exactly does it. This falls off and is down perfectly.
Nice.
Moses, as these 2 collide with you, I need a quick animal handling check to keep control of your camels so that they don't go wild from being hit.
Ooh, that is 11.
11. Yikes. It's very possible. It's going to be an opposed 2d20. Here we go. Good lord. That was a natural 1 and a natural 2.
Hallelujah.
Your camels are completely fine as 2 carts, boom, slam into the side of these camel sleds. And Moses, you have driven faster chariots before in your life. Yeah, whoosha, and just move your camels down and are ready to continue flying towards the other part of the battlefield. The 2 bandits are going to attack you, Elizabeth. One of them has advantage, but is a 13, will not hit. The other one gets a 22 to hit, will hit, but will only deal 3 half to 1 point of damage for you, Elizabeth. The other 3 in their carts are going to try to attack you. And this cart is turning. It's going to go pick up their friend to try to just follow Moses. Basically, trying to, keep a semblance of order. So 3 light crossbows are going to try to attack you, Elizabeth. That is going to be a 16, an 11, and 11, so only 1 hit, which will be, that was a max, so 9 half to 4 points of damage, Elizabeth. As that occurs, that is those bandits on the north point. We move now to the bandits at the west point. At Tulio, it has now been a full round. The fire you have lit does its job and completely breaks the cart that the bandit captain is on, as well as his driver, dealing a bit of damage to himself, the driver, and the camels. They are without a cart now. Here we go. That is going to be, though, 3, 6, 9, 12 bandits that have an opportunity to attack. So we're going to roll real quick for them. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4 misses and 2 critical hits. Meaning only 2 really missed. That is 12d8 of damage. 68 points of damage to the wall. And the Ochre Observatory is about to go up in flames. It is on Flame's door, Death's door, as they hit. The archers on the east, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, are going to roll to hit. And that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 misses. So only 7 hit. I will say it's probably gonna go up in flames. Yep. 38 points of fire damage. All of you watch as Kozun kind of laughs maniacally. We will take what we want. Rah! Fire! As east and west, flaming arrows rip across the night sky, land, and you watch as the observatory lights in flame. And that is where we are going to take our break for this evening. Thank you all so much. We will return in just a moment. And we are back. Thank you so much for waiting. As we return back, the observatory has just erupted in flame as these arrows have started catching hold of the dry, caked mud and straw inside these walls, and fire has engulfed the building. That is the bandits' complete turn. Which, and I kind of did, Nana is just wearing down the bandit captain and vice versa over there. Just trying to, like, gain control of that cart. The bandit captain is looking pretty bloodied. It's just hard to get everything going down. That will bring us to Hunk as we begin. Again, that's Hunk with Elizabeth on deck.
So, okay. Sorry, the stream isn't loaded. There, I thought it was loading. Give me 1 sec. Can I attack? What's up? What are we doing, Sam?
I didn't hear that, Marissa. What was that?
What are we doing, Sam? Sorry, I was talking to the party.
Oh, to the party. Yeah.
What are we doing? Okay, I'll just fight the dogs around me then.
Alrighty. And to be fair, everyone is kind of like freaking out in their own respective corners. It makes sense.
Okay. It's like we're all kind of scattered at this point, so it's basically just don't die.
Okay, I can work on that. I mean, let's see. Dog, I can go back. Why am I hitting things? Okay, I'm not smart enough for this. Okay, I'm going to battle axe this.
Go ahead and battle axe the one you hit.
16.
16 will hit.
Okay. 12 hit points.
12
points of damage.
12 points of damage downs one of these dogs around you as the serpentine sand dog, one of them just goes down with this barking hiss, and that's 1 of 4 down.
Okay, and I don't have like a secondary thing. Okay.
Well, you can see about doing an offhand bonus action.
What if I use 2 hands?
Yep.
Still.
By two-handed.
Can I still offhand?
No, because you two-handed it. You have to have said one hand.
They two-handed it. That's like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I knew a thing. That's kind of fun. Okay.
Good job, yeah.
Okay, so then that is my turn, and I'm hoping they don't beat me up too bad.
No worries. Hunk, you slam down one of these dogs. Elizabeth, that brings us back to you and Kozun up there.
Okay, so if I move, is he in attacking range to the guys who are coming to come and save him?
If you move, he will get an opportunity attack on you.
I was going to disengage.
Oh, if you disengage, you're fine.
Right, but will the guys who are right there, will they be in attacking range of their head honcho dude?
One of them currently is in attacking range.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going to disengage, and I'm going to go steal his camel blood.
Gotcha. You disengage. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Elizabeth just yeets out of there and runs up and hops on the camels.
So I'm assuming I can't use any more of my movement to move the camel because I disengaged. Is that correct?
So, no. So basically how vehicles work is vehicles have their own movement. It's more of you can only take as much movement out of what you had left. So you used 25 feet of movement to, get to the camels. You're gonna have... The camels then only have 15 feet left. They had 40 feet speed in the sand. So you could only have 15 feet of movement on the camels.
Okay. I want to get this camel sled as far away from their leader as possible. So can I move them to the left 15 feet?
Yeah, so it's just kind of like churning them around, going 5, 10, 15, just getting on out of there.
Yeah. And then, do I have a bonus action dash with them too? Or do I not have a bonus action anymore?
You do have a bonus action, but you would have to have the ability to dash to kind of yaw them. Kind of like rogues and stuff have that.
Oh, I got you. I understand. Eldrick don't have bonus action dash. I'm not a rogue. Okay, no worries. Yeah, that's my turn.
No worries. Solid stuff, Elizabeth, grabbing the head honcho's camels, Kozuns. That will bring us back to Moses. That is your turn.
He steals my camel, I steal his.
Alright, I'm gonna keep steering my boost ladder out, the one on, like, my left. I want to try and steer that into the wall of the observatory to make him crash.
Gotcha. You were glitching out a little bit, but if I caught you right, it's trying to steer your camels to crash the sled on your left into the wall.
Correct.
I like it. Go ahead. You're going to make me... it's an opposed animal handling check with the driver. Here we go.
Alright.
Oh,
that's not good.
Oof. And the bandit got a synthetic 17. Adds 1 to that. You go in, and your camels do not want to ram right now. They already took a bit of a beating last round, just getting hit by these. So you go to push these guys, and it just does not work.
Okay. Yeah, I'll use the rest of my movement to get around to the side of the observatory.
Excellent. You start moving. Here we go. 5, 10, 30, 5, 40. Moses, you spin your cart around, just start to go in. It's tough on the difficult terrain here, but you do get enough out of their range for now.
Okay.
That will bring us back to Kozun's turn. Bob the Tomato. Thankfully, the fire has yet to spread to the top floor. Or rather, I should say, the little parapet you're on. So go ahead. You have your action to direct Kozun to attack his ally.
Yes, I would like to do that. Can I so there's 2 that are relatively close to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the further one close enough that he could attack them, or do I have to go with the close one?
You would have to move the closer one, because the closer one's within 5 feet, the other one's out of range.
Okay, yeah, no worries. I'll have him attack the close one then.
He attacks the close one, deals a ton of damage on his 3 attacks. This one auto dead as well.
Perfect. Then I'll let you tell me if this is a bonus action or if this is an action that I would have to try later on. I try and roll a persuasion roll from up in the parapet and act as if I am not Bob the Tomato, but a higher power.
Hold on, what?
Like full on, like try and get an echo going in the parapet and be like, "Who dares disturb my slumber?"
I'm gonna have to say that will be an action on your turn, which will then not allow you to let Kozun make an attack next turn. But it does work because Kozun doesn't have an ally immediately within 5 feet.
Yeah.
So it is an action you could try to make on your turn to try to, like, deceive everyone here.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to try that when it comes to my turn then.
For sure. Kozun takes the attack as he, again, with ease, decapitates one of his own men, stops, turns around, just and just kind of gets super mad. He is going to try to charge after Elizabeth. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can't catch up with that difficult terrain. As Elizabeth, you just... And Kozun is just sprinting through the sand after you. Excellent. At the end of his turn, he will make a quick check to try to break free of Crown of Madness. Ooh, that is a 19 plus 2 for 21. Crown of Madness is officially gone there, Bob the Tomato. As Kozun desperately runs after, that makes the Sand Hounds. 2 of them are in range to attack Tulio. 3 of them are going to attack Hunk, that is going to be 3 attacks against you, but they don't have 4 yet, so none of these are at advantage. So here we go. Hunk, 1, 2, 3. That is a 22, 18, and 10, so 2 will hit. Tulio, you have 2 on you, so that's 1, 2, 16 and 17, so 2 hits for both of you. You will both then...
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I think, yeah, that's just... I was debating whether I wanted to try using loaded dice again, but I don't think they did too much damage last time, so I think I'll just let it happen.
Both of you will take 12 points combined from just the both attacks you get. 12 points of this piercing damage as the hounds bite into you and are trying to down you. Tulio and Hunk, you are looking very bloody.
Never mind. I should have reduced that damage. Oh well.
Yeah.
I'm not making good calls tonight. My instincts are leading me wrong.
You're that's fair. I mean, it's it's one of those days. Tulio, as these hounds attack you, both Tulio, Hunk, Elizabeth, you are bloodied on death's door. Nana is looking really bloodied now. Moses and Bob... Moses is looking a bit hurt. Bob, of course, is looking fine, having been up on the parapet. And that is the state of the party as we bring it back and around to Bob the Tomato's turn. Bob,
Okay.
I will let you know you are trying to deceive a group of bandits. How are you going to try to deceive them, and that will help determine the DC and nature of the check.
Okay, I have a question for you about how I do it. Would I be able to work in the command spell, specifically targeting the leader that just got out of Crown of Madness? So in that case, I would be like, who dares disturb my slumber? And then I would just, to everyone, I would say leave, but I would make it a command to that leader.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Here's how it will work then. You for sure can do it. That is hella smart, my guy. Truly, that's super cool. By doing so, we'll first go with command. Kozun will make his save. I will let you know if he succeeds. If command doesn't work on him with leave, it's going to be a DC 25 deception check for the rest.
Okay.
If it does succeed, it's only a DC 20.
Fair enough.
Here we go. He's going to make a wisdom saving throw. What's the spell save DC he has to beat?
It is a 15.
All right. He adds +2 to this. On a 13 or higher, he will succeed. That is only a 10.
So he has to obey.
You tell him to leave. This is It's gonna last a round, and so yeah, he's gonna take this next round and leave. Here's what's gonna happen as you command him to leave. You're gonna make me, Bob the Tomato, a DC 20 deception check. If you hit the 20, they'll start to leave. If you get higher, more will leave. If you hit under 20, though, no one's gonna leave then, unfortunately.
Fair enough. That is a 23.
Oh my gosh. A 23 for Bob the Tomato. Bob, as you command, who dares disturb my slumber? Leave! As just this tomato voice rings out. A lot of these people are going to flee. I have to make a quick morale check at disadvantage for them all. Here we go. That's going to be it won't let me roll it here. Okay. 2d20. One of which is a nat 20. The lower is a 3.
That's what I'm talking about.
That is what you're talking about. Well done, Bob. We're going to a big overview of the map here real quick. As you command leave on a 3, that fails by 5, so that's 2 carts. 1 cart on the west is, and this is at the top of the order because Bob, it finishes up your turn nice and neat. 1 cart on the west completely turns and rides off as fast as it can. 1 cart on the east turns off, rides off as fast as it can. Cart here still full, rides off as fast as it can. Because failing by 5 or more, that affects every single point. Well done. Truly insane, Bob, but hella worth it. And I will let you know, Bob, you have now just officially put into, for remaining turns, you are officially to 50% or less of the remaining bandits, captains, and lord. Meaning at the top of every subsequent order, I will be making these morale checks officially, and more have the possibility of leaving that.
Awesome.
What a turn. That is truly incredible. That brings us, Bob, finishing up your turn, top of the order, with our roguedy friend Tulio up with the hounds. Tulio, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna bonus action face step, I think, to get some distance from these sandhounds, and then that lets me target one of them with a wisdom saving throw that it has to make.
Yes, indeed. It's gonna make a quick wisdom save. Bum. That is, a 12.
Oh, that fails. I think my DC is a 13. Yeah.
Yep. Fails exactly because they don't add anything to their wisdom currently.
So one of these things is now afraid of me.
Excellent.
And I instead of just going straight back, could I have gone like towards the top of the map a little bit?
So like out into the open courtyard?
Oh, is that what that is? Sorry.
Yeah, you're on the
So
second
just on
floor right now. You went up, so it's like going out and back down into this more open courtyard where like Moses is riding around.
No, never mind. I'll stay up then.
Okay, so just a little bit back. Yeah.
And then if I, with my short bow, try and shoot one of these things, would like Misty stepping away and like appearing give me advantage, or would like I have advantage on the one that's frightened of me right now, or like
You have advantage on the one that's
that'll-
frightened.
okay, logically, I need to hit the one that's not frightened of me, but also I would really like to have sneak attack on whenever I hit, so I think I'll just shoot the one that's frightened and get advantage.
Go for it.
Does an 18 hit?
18 will hit.
Woo!
10 points of damage.
The one that's frightened you above immediately looks horribly bloodied.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Thank you so much.
Unless I have movement, I could take off sprinting towards our healer if Bob's on the same level as I am.
If you want to.
I don't know if that would help. I'll just say.
Okay, you stay right there. And so sorry, Tulio and Bob, I forgot about this. At the top of the order, I do need Constitution saving throws from you both, as smoke and fire is now filling the observatory fast. I won't retroactively, if anything bad happens, affect what you already did. That was just something I forgot to do at the top of the order.
Oh boy. So you want a con save right now?
Con save, yes.
Gross. Oh, I got very lucky.
Tulio, you succeed. Bob, failing the DC 10 currently, you are poisoned from the acrid smoke now filling your lungs. As this happens, Tulio, that will make the bandits turn. The bandits in front are going to, see, this grouping is going to ride off after Moses. So 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. This grouping is going to turn 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and just start chasing after you, Moses. This guy who's dead. Pick up his friend here. And we're going to go... there we go. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40. Difficult terrain, sliding on the sand. All of them are now chasing after Moses. So Moses, you are going to take 5 shots of arrows as 5 arrows attack 3 different carts on you, each of them pulling out bows and are trying to desperately take you off of that cart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moses, that is going to be 13, 18, that's a hit, 14, miss, 20, that's a hit, 14, so only 2 hit. Moses, you will take 11 half to 5 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
These rush in and around you. The bandits on this side are going to come in. 2 are going to hop out for their leader to take a cart. Last guy's going to move his movement. So that's 3, 6, 9 that are going to once again attack the observatory. We are now down to the observatory's base hit points, and every round it's taking fire damage. I will let you know the observatory currently has 250 hit points. That if it drops to 0 hit points, the building will crumble completely. So this is going to be 9 d20s. That only 3 of them miss. So that is 6 hits, which deals 28 points of damage to the conservatory. The conservatory is now looking structurally unsafe. Tulio and Bob, if this thing comes down, you're in it, you're going to be taking a ton of falling and fire damage, just be advised. Currently, the observatory still has 222 hit points, though, so all is currently well. The opposite side is going to make a attack, though. That is going to be these guys. A bunch of sand dogs. Hunk, you have down one. 2 more sand dogs are coming at you. Not there yet, though. This side is 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 that are able to stop and take attacks. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 misses, though. Wow, 8 misses, so that's only 4 hits on the other side. Where were these rolls with the fire? For 18 more points of damage. The conservatory is now at 204 hit points of the observatory, and it's now looking really hurt. The bandits take their turn. Nana and this captain have a grudge to settle, so we'll get to that in a second. Actually, no, we better resolve it now. Nana's taken some last swings at the dude. Hits. Nana takes down this captain on her own. Finally. Dude falls in the dirt dead. Nana jumps up and in and is getting ready to attack this dude to try and get the cart. That prompts an immediate morale check from this side. Here we go. This is a basic roll right now. Here we go. And a 5. One of these carts fails the morale. Oh no, 5. That fails by 2. On this side, 2 carts immediately turn tail and leave. That makes the last bandit captain, who is still up, who is going to take his movement down. This guy, holding his action, is going to turn Moses, and this camel is starting to charge at you out of the sand to try to keep off of that difficult terrain. Moses, this bandit captain, points a scimitar at you and is charging. That will make Hunk's turn. Hunk, there are 3 dogs attacking you and 2 more on the way.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and hit with a battle axe.
Hit one of these with the battle axe. 25.
Did it?
Hell yeah, 25 hits.
Okay. So 7 damage.
7. Hunk, one of these dogs looks a little hurt, but not much.
Okay, can I do a one-handed or an off-handed strike down?
Yes, you can.
What do I roll for that?
So you're going to roll a d20 and just add your strength, not your proficiency.
Not my what?
You just add your strength to a d20 roll.
So +5, okay. Well, that's a 9.
A 9, unfortunately, does not hit the hounds on you.
And then I'm gonna try and move. Can I camera away?
You can. There'll just be some opportunity attacks on the 3 dogs that are on you.
Yeah, that's my knife. And I can't make one that I did a divinity thing or a. Did I smite that first one?
Unfortunately, no, because it's a bonus action to offhand attack.
And I used my bonus. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and run away.
Excellent. These dogs are going to take 3 opportunity attacks on you.
Okay.
That is Hunk, a 15, and a 19. So one of them will hit you.
Okay.
And deal 4 points of damage. Hunk, you are barely alive, my friend.
Oh, yes, I am.
Where do you want to
Wait, how
run
much?
to? 4 points.
How much did... 4 points? Aren't they at 14? What are my hit points?
Hunk, you were at 6 hit points.
Okay. Where is everyone else? They're all in the observatory?
Bob and Tulio are inside the observatory, which is on fire. Moses is riding around the other side. Elizabeth's in a cart. Nana just got in a cart. And you are just here with the dogs right now.
I'm going to try and get away and get to Elizabeth.
Movement to Moses, got it. So, Hunk, that is going to be able to move you with difficult terrain 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 outside of the pack as you start trudging as fast as you can through the shifting sands. And the dogs look hungry behind you. Hunk, as you run, that will make Elizabeth's turn.
Okay, so do the camels, because I'm on it, do they have difficult terrain as well? Do they have difficult terrain, or because I'm on it, they don't?
Let me check. I don't know if it applies to vehicles. That's something I will have to check real quick, if you'd be so kind. Let me see. So you have your descriptions, origins, class features and traits. I can't tell right now. This is strange. I think usually when it comes to vehicles, if you have a feature that works for you, it usually can apply through to vehicles. Usually. And so I think with your feature, I want to say it will work now. I have to ask, what's the ability that lets you move without taking difficult terrain right now?
It's my feature as a mercenary.
Gotcha. Right. So it's just, it feels so non-magical difficult terrain.
Yeah, it just says you ignore non-magical difficult terrain, and then the other time where it mentions it, it says when you've been traveling for an hour or more, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. But that would be like a whole group thing versus just me thing.
I think because I'm going to rule this as kind of rule of cool / I think it works. I think because it's a vehicle, these aren't intelligent creatures, no offense to camels, I think it will apply, that the camels won't have difficult terrain for you.
Will not. Okay. So I'm going to go pick up Hunk.
Super smart move, because Hunk was about to be ripped to shreds with the dogs on their next turn. You move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, swing around a little, 40. And I'll say, Hunk, you can climb in the cart to a friendly ally here.
Okay, and then here's my actually... Could I hit the... So you know how I passed by an enemy cart? Could I have, like, rammed into them and still picked up Hunk, or are those two separate things?
Unfortunately, probably not. Because worst case scenario is if you had succeeded, you would have stopped in the ram. You can't ram and keep going unless you destroy a cart, which might have been possible. So I'll say the best bet for picking up Hunk right now is to not ram it.
That's fine. I just wanted to ask before I did something stupid. And then, could I move the camels in such a way to run over the little vermin?
To run over the seal dog things?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can. So, rotating the cart. So, it would be like a dash action at this point.
Well, when I picked Hunk up, was there a way I could have swung to make it so I don't use as much movement? It doesn't really matter because I don't think I would attack them in any other way.
I think there's still enough swing that it's going to cost movement because even picking up Hunk, no matter which way you swing, there's at least a full 3/4, which will half movement. It's just that natural, you're able to move so far
Gotcha.
down, which still is helpful, but not great.
Yeah, I really don't like these creatures, so we're going to try to stampede them.
Gotcha, for sure. Go ahead. I need you then to make me a animal handling check to drive the camels over the dogs.
Okay. That's a 17.
17 will succeed. So you've picked up Hunk, so you're only able to go 5, 10, 15, 20, but that will successfully hit all 3 dogs. They're going to make more or less dexterity saving throws. Here we go, 1 second. 3d20. That is a 1, an 8, and a 9. All of them will fail, so they will take 22d6 of bludgeoning damage. Take 10. The ones you hit are down, and the one that Hunk was already going for is dead.
Great. That is way worse, the whole swing. Okay, perfect. Those things are really annoying. I did not want them coming after me.
They are really annoying. And I was going to say, they are terrifyingly fast just on sand. I was worried for Hunk. That was going to be the end of our friend Hunk, if we're being perfectly honest.
You're welcome, Hunk.
And I'll say, you hit the body of the mercenary too down there, he's gone.
Sorry.
Elizabeth and Hunk, you guys are in this cart now, swinging around. That will bring us to Moses. That is your turn there, my friend.
Sorry, I'm a little bit of trouble. I'm using us.
And we got disconnected and just reconnected, so.
Yeah.
1 second.
No worries, Moses.
Start stream for the battle. Loading. Just a minute. Oh, there we go. Alrighty. So I'm going to move as far as I can inside of the observatory.
Gotcha. So let's see. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 is going to get you a pretty decent ways towards the last bandit captain and everything going on there.
And how far am I away from the last bandit captain?
Using the camel, that vehicle speed, you're about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away.
Perfect. So I'm going to take one of my javelins, dip it in the oil in the cart, light it on fire, and throw it at his cart.
Excellent. Using the oil in the cart, you huck a flaming javelin. Go ahead and roll to attack.
Well, it was so close to a nat 20, so 18.
18 will still hit. And you're just going for the cart itself?
Yes. Well, actually, let's go for the bandit captain.
Going for the captain? Gotcha. Go ahead, roll damage. This. Ooh.
That is 3, and would I still get my for Divine Fury?
Yeah, you still get your Divine Fury and your Barbarian Rage. That's still all active.
Sweet. So that is 5 for Divine Fury.
So 10 points of damage to this bandit captain of fire damage, who now finally looks hurt, who hasn't been attacked this entire fight.
And then I think that'll be me.
Excellent stuff, Moses. That will bring us to Kozun. The bandit lord is royally pissed, if we're being totally honest. He is going... well, he's just gonna have to run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And you see he's getting ready to direct, like, this cart that was just here, getting ready to, like, throw a guy out and get him in so he can at least try to give chase. That is his turn, though. That will make the Sand Hounds. So we're moving up a level. Now, thankfully, the Sandhounds aren't in sand right now, but they still have, Tulio, 30 feet of movement and are able to close on normal walking speed with you. The 2 hounds that are down here are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Elizabeth and Hunk, as you mow down the other 2, finally getting free, these other last 2 sandhounds burst out of the dunes and hop into the cart to attack both of you. That is 1 attack for Hunk, 1 attack for Elizabeth, and 2 that are coming at Tulio. So we'll start with Tulio. Tulio.
One of mine is disadvantaged because it's frightened of me.
Exactly.
Okay. Just reminding you.
Yeah, no. I'm keeping track of that. They're going to try their best. So the one at disadvantage got a nat 1, doesn't going to hit. The other one is going to roll. That's only an 11 to hit. Does not hit Tulio.
That's a relief.
That's a huge relief. Hunk, one's going to attack you for 16 exactly, Hunk, on a nat 13 plus 3. And Elizabeth, one's going to attack you for 22. Hunk and Elizabeth, both of you are going to take... Gotta roll this. 6 points of damage. Elizabeth, that halves to 3 for you. Hunk, you are down.
I have relentless endurance, so when I'm reduced to 0 hit points but not killed, I can drop to 1 instead of 0.
Hunk, you feel just that burning sensation in your throat and lungs. You're not gonna die today. As relentless endurance, you are up at 1. Elizabeth, Tulio, and Hunk, you all barely survived these attacks. What could have downed you? The party is looking worse for wear, my guys. That is the Sandhound's turn. That brings us to Bob the Tomato. Now, Bob, I made a mistake. Kozun was commanded to flee, so he is going to take his turn and go 30 feet, 60 feet, just command dash off into the dunes. I apologize. I forgot to look at his tag. So, Bob,
Oh.
as Kozun is now, 90 feet away now, what would you like to do?
I would like to. Can I kind of try and follow up on what I did last night and do one last "Did you not hear me?" and then cast Guiding Bolt at one of the remaining captains?
Oh,
There's only one.
yeah. Guiding Bolt. Let's just see if you can reach him. It's a 120-foot range from where you're at. Let's go ahead, reset. Bob the Tomato, you are 20, 40, 60. Wait, 20-foot radius. Excuse me. So that's 4, 8, 12. It is outside of the 120-foot range. So that's 40, 80, 120.
How far is the range?
You're like 40 feet outside the range.
Actually, well, hold on, wait. 4, 8, 12, 5, 10, 15, 20. You're only about 20 feet outside of the range if you were not to move.
Okay. Can I still want to do that, just for intimidation or persuasion or deception or whatever. Did you not hear me? Leave, and then I'll take my movement and then cast the spell.
Alrighty. Now, Bob, you do only have 15-foot walking speed, so you'd only be able to hit the driver of the guard captain's chariot, not the guard captain.
Oh, you can hit the camels.
I am totally okay with hitting the driver.
Gotcha. So 5, 10, 15, right on the edge there, Bob, just teetering. Did you not hear me? Leave! Go ahead, cast Guiding Bolt at the driver.
You are cool, dude.
Is there a way in Roll20 to cast the spell and have maybe?
Yeah, you should be able to click on the spell itself, or under your spells, it should have a 4d6 plus whatever that you can just click on. That it will roll first to hit and then for the damage.
Oh, okay, cool. Nineteen.
19 will for sure hit. Go ahead and roll 4d6. $19. You cast this. Did you not hear me? Leave. And this driver is obliterated in blinding, holy, radiant fire. As boom! Immediately, the captain does not have a chariot driver. Go ahead. You can roll me. Once again, this is going to be intimidation, but it's going to be intimidation with advantage to hit that DC 20 there, Bob the Tomato.
That's a 24.
24. Holy cow.
You're rolling really well.
Insane. You do so. That's going to once again hit the DC and above. So that's 1 here, 1 on this side, gone. On the west, north, and 1 again on the south, just getting the skedaddle out of Dodge. As they are truly afraid of whatever you are. even though most can't see you up there. To be fair, it's, barely dawn. There's fire everywhere, and you just hear a voice shouting from above and guiding bolts out of nowhere. It's a lot. Bob the Tomato, excellent turn. I messed up. Bob, you are technically poisoned right now because of the fumes of the fire.
That's right.
Can you roll first to attack with disadvantage? So just roll it again. We'll take the lower of the two, and the intimidation check we have to take flat. So we'll first roll again to hit on Guiding Bolt. We'll see if it still hit. And then we'll re-roll the intimidation.
Yeah, that's a nat 20 that time.
All right. Well, so you were going to hit anyway. You just didn't auto-kill. Oh, darn. Chucky G. That is going to be just a re-roll intimidation. No way. No way. No absolute way. That is another nat 20. That was a flat roll. That was intimidation, giving you advantage, poison disadvantage. That doubles the carts that flee. Meaning, this cart is gone. This cart is gone. And this cart is gone, because nat 20s, that is a critical success. There are only 3 guys without a cart, 1 bandit captain, whatever the hell Nana's doing, and the guys chasing after Moses. Here we go. Bob the Tomato, truly MVP move right there.
Tomato level.
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe this.
Already scored, never did score.
Good job. Good job.
This is insane. We are back to the top of the order. I have to make, with disadvantage now, a morale check for the remaining 3 carts. So here we go. This is at disadvantage. We're taking the lower of the 2. Oh my gosh. 1 was a 17, 1 was an 11. On the 11, the last cart, I'll say this cart that was going to chase Moses peels off and is gone and picks up that guy. There is 4 bandits and a bandit captain left. I will say, Kuzan, the command spell is now just about to finish on him, so we'll see what he does on his turn. Tulio, that is your turn there, my friend Tulio, with these last 2 sandhounds up here.
Okay. And my face-up thing was just last turn, right? So the one that's frightened should still be frightened until the end of this turn?
Correct.
Okay, so I will take another advantaged attack on that injured and frightened one. Looks like they closed with me, so I will use a dagger attack.
Okay.
Will a 16 hit? Oh, I guess I roll with advantage, right?
Yeah, you do roll with advantage.
I'll just see if I crit.
Gotcha.
I did not, but the 16 hits, right?
16 will hit.
Okay, so I will get sneak attack because I have advantage. $14 points of damage.
14. You slash out, and the one that's frightened you, like, yelps in pain and goes down.
Awesome.
Excellent.
And then bonus action, because this other one is still up and presumably bitey, I will do another face step and just, I guess, keep stamping in the direction of that part of the group where Bob's at.
Okay.
And this doggo that is still up will have to make a wisdom saving throw.
The Sandhound will make a wisdom save. That's a 4. It is frightened.
Excellent.
Tulio, once again, I forgot. Can Tulio and Bob, you are still in the building, make me another set of Constitution saving throws?
I nat 20, which probably saved my bacon.
Yeah.
Very much so, Tulio, as the checks are getting harder. Oh, Bob, that is only a 6. Having already been poisoned, Bob, you're about to take poison damage. This is round 2, so that's 2d6 of poison damage. Bob the tomato, you take 8 points of poison damage. Bob, you take that damage. Tulio, at the end of your turn, that makes the remaining bandits. Oh, and I don't think I ever pointed out, the bandit that is fighting Nana is dead. I never really took care of that. I kind of just left him on there by accident. The remaining 3 bandits on the board, I'm going to make a bit of a behind-the-screen just smarts check for them. 2 of them see the writing on the wall, are going to run up. This one's going to dash and get in the cart, and they are going to drive the cart, and Moses, you watch, they dash and leave with the remaining captain. The last one, though, on a natural one for Death and Glory, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and is going to shoot an arrow at you, Moses. This guy got a nat 1, is actually stupid, and thinks he could win this. He feels lucky. No shit. That's a nat 20 from him. Okay, never mind. He knows what he's doing.
What the hell?
He got a nat 20 for a total of 23. That is pretty decent damage. Moses, that is going to be 17 half to 8 points of damage. As this dude runs up, "You will never defeat Lord Kozan!" And just shoots an arrow, and Moses, it sticks right underneath your left ribs, and just immediate shooting pain in your lungs, as it is suddenly hard to breathe. Apparently this bandit knows what he's doing. I shouldn't have mocked him. That's on me. Nana is going to take her turn, and as Lonnie kind of wanted to, is going to start driving up and down the best she can along the observatory and try to kick up sand to put out the fires. Just whatever she can do to stop the flames. I should say, the observatory did take quite a bit of fire damage last round, and is currently, at 142 hit points. As the fire spreads, Nana does her best to stop. The bandit captains are all gone, so we're going to take the bandit captains out of the initiative. Hunk, you are at 1 hit point, and there's 2 sand hounds on you. What would you like to do, my friend?
Oh, they're their second battery move. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit one.
Go for it.
See. Oh, yes, just kidding. Mason, we talked about. Okay, how do I do that?
So go back. So you're choosing your action. So you do it for next one.
What if I did like 10 so you could get people? Okay, I'm gonna lay on hands 10 for myself here.
Excellent, Hunk. Lay on hands for 10.
Okay. Okay. And then can I try and shove one of them out of the cart?
Unfortunately, shoving is a action. It does take a full action.
Okay.
You could do another bonus offhand attack.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Offhand attacks, you have to have made an attack action to offhand attack. I apologize. That's my bad.
Could we try spinning the cart in a circle and see if, or is that also an action?
That's an action, but that would have to be on Elizabeth's turn anyway, since she's at the wheel, so to speak.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's all I can do then. Okay, cool.
For sure. Alrighty. Hunk, that is your turn. Just lay on hands, which honestly, really smart. Keeps you with hit points. Elizabeth, that is your turn.
Wait, just double checking. She did that to herself, right? Not to me.
Yes.
Am I able to do some to her at the same time or no?
No, only one at a time, unfortunately.
Just so you're aware, I'm at like 5 hit points. Yeah, I know. We're both really low. But can I attack and move the cart in a wiggly woggly some kind of way to try to get them off, or do I have to choose one or the other?
You'd probably have to choose.
Okay. I feel like they're more likely to fall off than I am to actually damage them in a significant way. So we're going to try to move the cart in a circle enough to fling off these creatures and hopefully make them land in the fire. Ooh! Actually, can we, move, 10 or 20 feet and then fling them into the fire?
5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, just, skid and throw them in the flames. I like it. You're going to go ahead and make me an animal handling check. I'll let you know it's a DC 17.
Okay. Assist in any way? Am I allowed to do a healthy thing?
Unfortunately, you would have had to use a help action as an action on your turn. Just because we are in initiative. Yep.
Sorry, loading back it up. I was researching other things. Okay, you said animal handling?
Animal handling, DC 17.
Oh, it's a 10!
A 10. Elizabeth, you try to skid in, and these sandhounds are ready for it. They dig their fangs and claws and everything into the deck and just lizard press themselves to the sand, or to the sled. As you try to whip them in, they stay up.
I hate these things so.
Me too.
So I just want to double check. I cannot attack them because that was my action.
Yes, it was an action to try to throw them off.
Okay, I will accept my choices.
No worries.
I don't think I can do anything else.
No worries.
So
Moses, that should make your turn then.
Great. I'm going to go to the archer who shot me and run him over.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and go ahead, make an attack without your proficiency, just handling the animals to run him over.
Okay, so basically the attack with animal handling?
Yep.
Ooh, that's 11.
And 11 hits exactly.
Yeah!
Get wrecked!
Go ahead and roll. You're doing 3d6 of bludgeoning damage to this guy. Because you're moving full speed, full force, up and at him.
Okay, that's 7.
This dude looks horribly bloodied on death's door as you just sideline him. He's on death's door as he just looks...
Wait, would I get my Divine Fury?
I'll allow it. I'll allow Divine Fury. You're using a camel chariot to be it.
It's 3.
3
So for 5 celestial damage. Radiant.
for 5 celestial. Okay, I was like, only 3. 5 celestial is what you need. He goes down like a sack of bricks and is dead.
Yes!
Moses, as you run this,
That's all I want.
as again, fleeing off into the desert into the morning, last guy who's stupid enough to challenge a prophet shoots an arrow at you and just gets fucking sidelined by a cart. Moses, that is your turn, which brings us back to Kozun. Kozun stops as the flea turns. He looks, sees the building in flames, all his forces retreating, heavily injured, is going to look at you all, and you hear him shout, "This is not over! I will find you one day!" He brings out the little golden whistle, tweets it. The Sandhounds are going to take their disengages on their turn up next and just start running as Kozun grabs one of these carts, and as the sleds all slide off into the dawn, we are going to come out of initiative. Well done.
We should probably put this.
I'll admit that was a much bigger encounter than I expected for tonight. That was big.
That was an insane encounter. What I need, thankfully no one is down, but the observatory is engulfed in flames. I would like a group, what are we going to call this? Sleight of hand or survival? I think we'll call it a group survival check. I want a group survival check.
No, I have such good sleight of hand. How could you?
Group survival to put out the fire fast enough. Here we go. Tallying it up, we have a 22 from Bob the Tomato, synth 20 from Moses, a 12 from Tulio, 16 from Hunk, just Elizabeth, and I have to make the check for Nana. 14 for Elizabeth. Currently, we are at a majority. We just make sure Nana does not roll a natural 1. Here we go. Nana's making her survival check, to which she is proficient, thankfully. It's a 9. At least it's not nat 1. A group success on the DC 15. Within moments, the fire is been able to be stifled. The observatory is horribly, horribly injured, but it is not broken. As you all stand there, smoke swirling in the sky as the day dawns, you notice that the scientists who have been working this whole encounter rush out and are cheering for you all. As you feel the praise and acclamations attend, you see that Hulad, the chief astrologist here, or astronomist, both, the chief astrologist walks up to you, covered in soot and fire, which makes sense. She's a fire genasi, but still putting stuff out. Thank you so much for defending our home and our line of work. Truly, who are you people?
Yes, we are God.
It's even funnier when all I heard, Mason, is "We are God." I can't decide if it's funnier to re-ask what your full sentence was or just go, "Yep, we are God."
God goodies.
God's goodies.
Okay, yeah, not associated with them. We are some travelers passing through, looking for some information which you promised us, and figured we would help out because we're nice like that.
You know, the baddies, we're the goodies. And we've got God's goodies.
As everyone's kind of like having a different name for what to call yourselves, you see that Huled kind of like rolls her eyes, but not in true annoyance, just in that like, oh, well, yeah, this is natural. But smiles and says, whatever you may be, you are always a friend here at the Ogre Observatory. And indeed, I wish to tell you more of what I saw. As sitting here, smoke still curling, all of you just feeling horrifyingly exhausted and broken, Hulid brings you close. On the night, weeks ago, when I saw the meteor strike, it didn't escape my attention that I saw a second celestial being following the meteor. I thought my eyes were misgiving me because it did not look like a natural celestial being, but neither did the meteor. As the meteor split, I could have sworn I saw a dark, soulless, lightless entity grab one of the pieces before it even fell to the earth and abscond with a meteor piece.
That's not good. I'll jump in and just ask, is there anything else that you saw, or how did you interpret what you saw?
You see that Huled kind of shakes her head. That is what I saw, is that a meteor broke into about 8 pieces, and as they fell, some dark entity grabbed a piece before any of them hit the earth. I do know that one fell close to what would be the Nile, over in the Egypt territory. But I have not heard good tidings from Egypt in some kind. Something has happened over there in the past years, and as far as I am aware, I would be careful ever venturing close to the Nile, as the Pharaoh has become warlike, and any travelers or scientists coming from Egypt do not return if they go.
You dare doubt our power?
She kind of looks at this tomato. No, but there are many gods in this world, vegetable.
You are weird, tomato. So I guess we'll have to go to the Nile and see if we run into this other celestial being on our way there.
I believe that's what it seems like we have to do.
Yeah.
Is there anything that we can do for the observatory before we leave?
You could spend a day and just help rebuild. As well as already, I mean, all of you guys are horribly bloodied, poisoned. Like, it would make sense at least spending enough time to long rest here, if that's the case.
Yeah. I was going to ask, is there any reason why they have the copper roof? Like, would they be opposed to covering it up with something else to disguise it and make it look like they got rid of the copper? Or
you see, Hulad looks at you. Well, I suppose there's no harm in caking mud on the copper. It's just a better insulator for lightning, really, is most of the things. We get some really bad storms out here.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, in the future, these guys might not cause as much trouble if there's not copper, instigating it. So.
Mm-hmm.
You see, she goes, very well, yes. If you would like to help, we can immediately start. We have a well reserved deep in the observatory where we can make mud and cake it and leave copper exposed just for lightning, and I suppose that could help us in the future.
I'd say I'm down to stay one more day. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference.
Yeah, I would like it to go.
We have 3 camel carts. We have 6 camel now.
Nice.
At least that's what I understand.
Because you just need 6 camel, you bring them back, and the cart that you're getting custom made by Brekka should be ready, quote unquote, today. But again, you could spend a day. Brekka's not gonna like sell it off in a day. There's that notice of like, I got your name and number, like, and we got enough of the payment ready. Like, I'm not gonna give it away, and I'm not gonna like think you cheated me. So like, you could spend a day here to get some long rest time in.
Perfect.
I'm down to
what I would say then, before anyone long rests, important to note, we do have to make a quick couple checks.
No.
Indeed. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw. Bob, you have disadvantage because of poison. No, you don't, Bob. It's a saving throw. You're fine. But I do need a group of con saves from the party.
So, August, I rolled regular Constitution, and I have advantage. So I don't have advantage. Let me re-roll that, okay?
Okay, go for it.
Oh, that was way better anyway. Sorry.
You're good. Nana's going to take a quick con save. Here we go. Nana's Constitution save throw is... Oh, that's way better than I thought.
Yeah. I mean, you can always just take the one I had and add 2 to it, and I understand that if that's more appropriate.
You're totally fine. Because if you already have advantage on con saving throws, I think that's fine to be like, oh, well, yeah, it's what you would have gotten anyway.
Well, wait. I don't think I have advantage. I just meant that I didn't roll the right thing. Let me double check, because I have advantage on certain saves.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd allow, for this moment, I'd allow it to be fine. I don't think it's anything like, you only roll the con. If anything, it's like, no, that's what you actually got. So.
Yeah. So,
yes.
I rolled an 11, but it's total 13, because I get +2 on all my save throws.
Correct. 13, Nana got 11. All of you succeed the Constitution saving throws, are able to take a long rest after helping rebuild the observatory. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Yeah.
We got sleep.
Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all for listening. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.